Hi guys, LoveBookTriangleLindsey here, and I'm going to be talking about filming at a bookstore and at my library. So yesterday I went out. I had some books to bring to Half Price Books. I had two pretty full bags, and if you guys don't know the store Half Price Books, it's not in all states. I want to say it's in maybe about 10 states or so, but the store will buy back books, magazines, DVDs, I think even games, like video games. So I had some books to bring back. My grandma actually gives me some books. My mom has a friend who reads that gives me some books, and it's very nice. They let me keep the money that I get for it, and I was very excited. I got $20. That's the highest amount I have ever gotten for bringing back books. And I thought while I was waiting, because a lady had just come in ahead of me and she had bags and bags of DVDs, so I was in the store for a while waiting for my turn. I thought I would try to film in there to show you different parts of the store, and I'm sorry, I still feel a little awkward filming like inside stores and stuff, but it's kind of some weird footage of just some of the shelves and the aisles. But while I was there, I was excited because I did find Ninth House. It's been $15 and change, and I haven't wanted to pay that yet. I wanted the price to come down, and I have so many other books on my shelves I have to read, so it wasn't a big priority. Like, even though knowing I did have some money coming my way, didn't know it was going to be as awesome as it was. But then that price was for like a new book, because Half Price Books does get in new books and they put it at 20% off. But then looking around at the shelves, I did find one that was used and brought in for $13.99, and not that 15 and change to 14 is a big difference, but I saw this one. So, and that when I found the book, it was after knowing I had the $20, and I also get 10% off for being an educator, so I decided to get the book. But the beauty of it is that they also ended up giving me money to walk out with the book, so it's free to me, and I guess it was the last little like Christmas holiday treat, so I'm really excited to read it. But then when I got home, I realized it was a signed edition, so it just made it all the more worth it. But so enjoy the little footage I have of Half Price Books. after that, I ran some other errands, and on the way home, I decided to go to the library. Now, I haven't been to my library for probably a couple years now. When I first moved to where I was, which is about 5 years ago now, I went to the library excited to get a library card, and I was using the library. But then all of a sudden I just started really gaining more and more books, and I felt like, why am I going to the library to get books when I have so many at home I need to read? And I kind of just stopped going. Well, that was one part of why I stopped going, and then I think partly I was lazy, and that's part of the reason why I stopped, because in like winter months especially, I don't like going out, and if there's snow and if there was a deadline I had to bring the book back, I didn't want to have to go and bring it back. So that was a little bit of it too. But this year I'm really going to try and concentrate on a financial part of things in my life, and the library is a great way to help with that. So when I watch in the library, there's just very little footage. I got a little freaked out as well because it said there's camera surveillance on this property. I'm like, ugh, could I be filming that? So there's just a little bit, very little bit. On the downstairs level, they have new books, CDs, DVDs, and something else. I really don't explore that area too much because upstairs is the young adult section where I've gotten a lot more of the books that I read. But I thought it was quite wild, like crazy. Right when I walked in, there was this shelf that had 20 copies of The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I was so surprised they had so many of these. I mean, I know there was so much hype involving this book, but they really prepared for it. So I just decided, you know what, why not? I'm going to pick this up. As you can see, there's only a 14-day loan on this because of the popularity, even though I think this was meant for probably right when this came out, because there's so many books on the shelf now. But I have to finish the book I'm reading now, and I'm going to dive into this one because it's going to be due, which now I'm putting myself on a schedule, which I don't always like. But the book that I did end up going to look for was Rage by Cora Carmack, because I've really been wanting to dive into this sequel, and I'm glad that they had the book. And when I was at the library, I just kept seeing more and more books on the shelves. I was like, I want this. I'm like, I'm not going to finish all these books in this span of time. So now I'm just really excited to be diving back into my library again and using their resources because it's free. I mean, I love the books that I have and the books on my bookshelf, but I figure financially it's the best option for me right now. And if I really do end up loving a book, I can always get it at some point in time. So no worries there. So do you guys use your library, or do you feel like me where you gotta finish reading all this stuff that you already have? Alright guys, till next time, bye.